Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Douglas and this is the Highland Hikers. So today I am just south of Edinburgh in the Moorfoots Hills, which are part of the Pentland range. It's an area I've not been to before, so I'm quite looking forward to this wee walk I've got planned today. My plan is to bag a Graham along with a couple of Donalds in a circuitous route that's about 18 kilometres in length and just over 500 metres of ascent. I'll be going up Blackhope Scar, first of all, quite an interesting name, which is actually the tallest peak in Midlothian, and then I continue the circuit to bag a couple of Donalds after that first hill, which is a Graham, and those two extra hills are Bowbeat Hill and Dundreich. So yeah, quite looking forward to this. I've just walked in from the car park, nice wee car park that's been set aside for hill walkers, just at the no parking beyond this point sign on the road, and I walked to the farmhouses and I'm now heading out and into the hills. So yeah, I'll keep you updated as I continue with this walk. So just after you leave the main track to start the ascent up Blackhope Scar, you pass this ruined castle behind us. That is Herendine Castle, which is a 16th century peel tower. There's not really much of it left, but it's a nice wee interesting spot to stop at and take a look as you're heading past. Also serves as a good way marker for what point you're meant to leave the route and not continue walking along the track like I did. Once you leave the ruined castle, it's quite a steep ascent after that point for maybe 20 minutes or so. But I've now hit the part of the walk. You can see it's a lot flatter at this point as I head towards the first summit. And there's some wind turbines in the distance. I believe when we get round to the second summit, we'll be entering the wind farm at that point. So after a while of the ascent, you'll reach this fence here that you then follow for a bit. Unfortunately, it's quite boggy around here. It's been relatively dry recently, so it's not too bad today, but in wetter conditions, this bit will probably be quite tricky to navigate. Well, not navigate, but to walk along without losing your leg down a marsh somewhere, so watch out for that. Well, that's me made to the first summit of the day and the tallest summit on the route, which is Blackhope Scar, marked by this trig pillar behind me where 3 fence posts meet, and we are at a height of 651 metres, making this the tallest peak in Midlothian. Blackhope Scar is both a Graham and a Donald because they can overlap. So yeah, it's been quite a nice walk up here so far. The views can be really good from up here, but as you can perhaps make out, it's a bit of a hazy day, so we can't see too far. But I think normally you'd be able to see out to sort of Forth and Edinburgh and such like, but we're getting a bit of an obscured view going that way. But at least it's not on the cloud, always good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on towards the wind farm now, which is over in that direction to get the second Donald of the day. So yeah, been good so far, although a bit boggy on the way here, especially close to the summit, but it's not too bad, not too bad. Well, as you can probably see, I have made it to Bowbeat Wind Farm, so just about to head up to the second peak of the day, which is Bowbeat Hill, and thankfully that's the trudging through the bogs over for now at least. Yes, maybe the wind farm's not the most beautiful thing to look at, but it does mean I at least get some good paths to walk along now, so looking forward to that and letting my legs dry off a wee bit. So after a short stroll through the wind farm, you will reach the summit of Bowbeat Hill. Just remember to head off towards turbine number 15, which is behind me. I think that sign says turbine number 15 on it, so that's the one you want to head towards, and then it's just up the slope to the side of it. Just a wee diversion to get to the summit of Bowbeat Hill. Well, that's me reached the summit of Bowbeat Hill at a height of 626 metres, and as is fairly traditional with Donalds, you don't really get much to mark the summit. Going by the map, it seems this fence post is probably the top of the Donald. So yeah, that was easy enough walk to get here from Blackhope Scar to continue round with the circuit. What I did mean to say was, at the summit of Blackhope Scar, if you are just interested in the Grahams and aren't after bagging the Donalds as well, you could just turn around at that point and head back down the way you came up. It would make for a shorter walk, but then I do always find the circuit is a bit nicer than an out and back, and with 2 more Donalds to bag along the way, why not just do them? So yeah, plan is now to continue on to the third Donald. So we've got a bit more walking through the wind farm to get towards Dundreich. That's me leaving the wind farm now, so heading back out onto open countryside again. So unfortunately that means the nice paths are now behind me, and it's going to be some boggy ground to traverse again, as you might be able to see down to my side here. So just currently avoiding that particularly bad section as we head towards Dundreich. That's me made it to the third and final summit of the day, another Donald, which is Dundreich at a height of 623 metres. And this is a pretty feature-packed summit for a Donald. We've got both a cairn and a trick pillar. So, you know, on a lot of Donalds you just get a wee mound of grass or a single rock placed down, but here you definitely know that this is the summit. So that's been a nice walk so far. Wind is certainly starting to pick up now, so hopefully as I descend I'm going to get a bit shielded by it. But yeah, the walk over here from the wind farm, once you leave there, certainly back through the bogs again. There was a few sections that were a wee bit tricky to negotiate, but nothing too bad. So yeah, plan is now to head back down towards the farmhouse and then the car. So I figured now was a good place to close out the video. I'm just on the descent back down towards the car, which is parked next to Gladhouse Reservoir, which you can hopefully see in the background. I thought this was quite a nice view to finish on. It's been a really nice walk today. I've enjoyed this. It's quite good going out to do the sort of lesser hills like the Grahams and the Donalds, because even though we're only 20 minutes from Edinburgh or something like that, I've only seen one other person the whole day, so I've had pretty much this entire walk to myself, which you know, sometimes it's nice to have a walk like that. I obviously really enjoy going out and doing the walks with Alistair and other people, but it is nice just to have a bit of time to yourself, and doing a walk like this is a really nice way to experience that. So yeah, as I say, just on the descent now, back down to the car. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you on another hike.